Welcome to
Every day it's macaroni.
I'm Joy Alford Brand.
And I'm Juliet Connell, and we're the hosts of Everyday Macaroni, the podcast.
This podcast is a look at the lighter side of life, where we talk about our adventures as a modern blended family.
So sit back, relax,
And prepare to have your funny bone tickled. Hello, listeners. Boy, do we have an extra special treat for you today. But before we get started, if you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to give this video a like, share it on your social media platforms, and subscribe to our channel while you're at it because that helps us create more fun content for you, our one and only listener. Now, for those of you who are new here, these episodes are based on the recordings of the weekly dinners I have with my husband, Ron, his sister, Juliet, who is also a co-host of this podcast, and their 80-year-old parents, Al and Lita. Well, listeners, put on your buffet pants and pay attention, because things are about to get saucy around here. I'm just kidding. This is just part 2 of our Beef Stroganoff Monday Night Dinner episode, since we are technically on vacation right now. However, we still have some outrageous commentary for you to enjoy, including a couple of fun jokes from Al. And if you want to hear about the food, go back and check out Beef Stroganoff Part 1. In fact, check out all the episodes if you haven't already. Don't worry, we'll keep a plate warm for you. All right, so in the last episode, if you'll recall, we talked about how Lita doesn't like to go to the movies or out to eat, even though Al really loves doing both of those things. So, let's go ahead and jump back into this episode, starting with a little discussion from Al about going out to eat and some more fun Keystone Cop-style directions. So, we've talked a little bit about the directions, right? We've talked about the going out to eat, and your mother's like, no, I know. And your father, he keeps going. He keeps talking about it. Because, again, he would enjoy going out to dinner and a movie. He would like that. No. Mm-mm.
It's all right. Susan.
But you want to go out, right? Don't you want to go out to dinner sometime and go try some new food or something? Go to see a movie?
She doesn't like it. I don't. What am I gonna do? Go myself?
You should invite Aaron or Caitlin and go, hey, look, I'm going to buy you lunch. You guys pick a place.
Because Caitlin likes to,
Sometimes
yeah,
we do
Caitlin
that.
likes to take you to Chinese
I went
food
with
stuff.
Caitlin
Yeah.
to the
That
Chinese
Japanese-
place, by the Japanese place.
Japanese place, that was good. We love that place.
Which one?
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Azura.
Azur.
It's over there
By
across the
Walmart.
street
Here we
from
go.
Walmart. So
More
Walmart's
directions.
on this side, and then here's Main Street, and there's a strip mall right there, right in front of it, and it's back there. So you have to park behind, and it's
Don't you
Azura. It's
went
a
there
Japanese
once?
restaurant.
No, you went there once, right? You was working in some place in
Yeah,
the
Japanese restaurant.
Japanese, huh?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I know. Well, like, who was working
I
at a
was
Japanese
working as a waiter
restaurant?
there once.
Ron's never worked as a waiter.
You know where it's at. It's where that Greek. It's where that Greek restaurant.
Okay, now I jump in, right?
Remington Grill used to be there on the corner.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
know
there
where that
anymore.
Yeah, it's in that. It's
There's
in
that sandwich
It is
place
not there
there, too.
anymore.
Where we eat sat outside because of...
And then I throw in.
No,
COVID.
that's farther down.
Oh, he's thinking Village Deli.
Yeah.
No.
Before that. So
Is
you're on
that-
Capitol Boulevard and you
Then I
make
don't
the
know.
left,
This
right,
is
onto Main
right in
Street.
front of
Right?
Walmart.
And when you're getting to
Walmart
Walmart,
is
you
there, and
pass
this is
Mellow
the side of
Mushroom,
the street.
right? You pass Mellow Mushroom, and then there's like a car place, and there's a strip mall right there on the right.
So, for starters, when you're giving directions to someone,
Here he
if
comes.
it were me,
the
I would
know-it-all.
say correct instead of right.
Right.
Because
You
then if
know
you
what
go,
I'm saying.
you gotta make a left, right? Is it a left or a right? You gotta make a left,
Yeah.
correct?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's over there. It's across the street from the
I thought
entrance
that
of
was
Walmart and Aldi's. Where Aldi's is, it's across the street.
Yeah.
that's a car place.
Oh, right next to the car place.
That's
At the light,
Mellow
at the
Mushroom.
light. No, at the light where you can make a left to go to Walmart. You know where that is? So Mellow Mushroom's on your right.
Yeah.
Then there's the car place. But it's a little right there. You have to get to the light. at the light, you have a choice. You either make a left on Walmart or you make a right into this parking lot.
Nothing.
Nope. I
And
got
there's
nothing.
a fast food restaurant there too, at the entrance of Walmart.
Yeah, Arby's.
Yeah, Arby's.
Arby's. Right in front of Arby's. Right in front.
Yeah, he's like,
Across
no.
the street.
I know Aldi's.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, for all you whippersnappers out there, I thought I would take this opportunity to give you a little backstory on the Keystone Cops, since listening to us talk about directions at Monday night dinner reminds me of a bunch of blind Keystone Cops trying to tell each other how to get to the Quickie Mart. Back in the early 1900s, there was a company called Keystone Films, founded in 1912 by a guy named Mac Sennett, according to Wikipedia. Hey, don't judge me. There's only so many hours in the day. And the Keystone Cops were featured in multiple silent films from the Keystone Film Company between 1912 and 1917. You can see some of their film clips on YouTube and probably full films as well if you want to check them out. But they were a bunch of comically dopey, kind of incompetent policemen who would routinely get caught up in slapstick hijinks that usually involved a lot of obvious confusion, and then hilarity would ensue as this group of cops ran around and kind of bumped into each other with a sort of high energy incompetence, kind of like Charlie Chaplin, who actually appeared as a Keystone Cop, or Laurel and Hardy. Now, if you don't know who those people are, well, we'll have to fact check those people at another time. For now, just know that the Keystone Cops have popped up in movies, video games, books, cartoons like the police droid in Star Wars Attack of the Clones, and other pop culture media as well as sports commentary in the UK, interestingly enough. So, when you hear me say the phrase Keystone Cops, that's what I'm talking about. All right, that's enough of that. We now return to our podcast episode that is already in progress. Okay, so now we're about to get into another conversation that it's funny how we all kind of harp on the same things. I harp on the same thing. It's just not my, these aren't my parents, so I haven't known them as long, and so I don't see it coming maybe like you guys do or you're used to it or whatever. But I did see this one coming. As soon as you said Aldi, I knew Ron was he's gonna make a comment. Okay? So we all have our moments where we say, like, we get on our soapbox and we rant a little. Here comes a little Ron rant, okay?
Yeah.
I know Aldi's.
Yeah.
I know
Well,
Mellow
Aldi's
Mushroom.
on the other
It's
corner.
just
And I know
about
the car
across
place.
of it. Across.
And then usually when I go to Walmart, I go from the other side,
Ron's a huge Walmart
Oh,
fan.
in the back.
That's right. I'm surprised you don't know exactly where you are because it is Walmart.
When I go to Walmart, it's like this.
Doesn't your car know how to get there by
You got
itself?
tunnel vision going to Walmart. You don't look at anything else. All you do is focus on your mission.
Focus on going to Walmart, and then all I hear is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Is that all the money you could save at Aldi's as you're walking or driving by?
Aldi's, I drive by Aldi's and I go like this. Keep your quarter.
That made him so mad. You got to pay for the shopping cart.
I
You
know.
don't because you
Yeah.
get it back.
It's not that I have to pay for anything. It's that they expect you to carry a coin.
So
Yeah.
And nowadays, nobody carries coins. Everyone
so
carries...
you keep a quarter in your glove compartment, and every
I
time
did
we
for
go,
a little while.
click.
And then I was like, you know what? I need a quarter. No, I don't have a quarter.
Yeah.
So,
Now they don't have their carts stolen.
Yeah, so, Ron, not a fan of having to pay a quarter to get a shopping cart.
But it's not that he's not paying. It's just the quarter.
It's the
holds
principle
a
of the thing.
spot.
Right. It's the principle. And actually, I have been in the parking lot of Aldi's, and someone has given me their cart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Because they know you got to pay a quarter for it. And if you
Yeah.
don't have a coin, then he's right about that. You're stuck, right?
Yeah.
But he gets on a rant about that, and it cracks me up every time because he's like, grumpy old man.
Oh, my gosh.
You pay a quarter for a
Like,
cart?
you have to watch A Man Called Otto.
Oh, that's the latest Tom Hanks movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was good.
Was
a
it?
Tearjerker for me.
Oh, well, that's like shooting fish in a barrel, Juliet. You cry at a Hallmark commercial. Dog food bags and all that stuff. There's Juliet boo-hooing it. Although, yeah, sometimes I get choked up too. I'm just saying. But I have seen it. It's on Amazon Prime, I think. Yeah.
Either that or Netflix. Yeah.
Well, I want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to Walmart and Aldi because we're looking for sponsors. So I personally don't mind that you require a quarter for a cart. That's okay.
That's right.
I've got a whole roll of quarters. I'm happy. We're not picky about those kind of sponsors. So come on. We could use a sponsor or 2 or 10. Okay. So at about this time, Al asks me to go and help him buy something on the computer, right?
Oh, yeah, because you guys were gone a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has a plant or something that he wanted to buy.
Well, in their subdivision, they're starting to build in the new part of it, which is actually right next to your parents' house. And they've got a house that they're building there. Well, Al, he wants to somehow subdivide the backyard a little bit more than it already is. And so he asks me to help him buy some plants on the computer. There's a pretty funny conversation about it.
To something
I want
worthwhile.
you can help me. I was going to buy something through the computer.
Okay.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
don't know
Okay.
how to
All right.
do it.
What are you gonna buy? A pizza?
No, some plants.
Okay.
Yes. And
Let's
they
go see.
haven't made a special. No.
Let's go see if we can buy it.
And Home Depot and Lowe's don't have them?
No. But they don't have. It's a vine. You know,
What kind of vine?
it's a trumpet vine.
You're gonna put it on the thing?
No, yeah, I'm gonna put them in right here. And instead, they put a fence, because the fence cost us $7,000. I don't want to spend $7,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought of,
So
I
I'm gonna
have
put like
trumpet vine, I think, in my backyard.
close it, especially now that they're gonna finish
So-
this house.
Why do you think people are going to jump into your yard for no reason?
That's a separation. Like your holly
If they
trees.
have kids, you know how the kids are. You know, they
You
know,
play.
you
It's pretty much stayed in my
Get
yard.
a bunch of holly
Yeah.
trees, and you plant the holly trees.
Here comes the best
you know,
part.
You know what? When the holly tree comes this high outside, I'm gonna be in the other house already.
You guys are moving?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to your house. Didn't I tell you?
6 feet under.
6 feet
Because
under.
it takes forever. for
You're gonna
them.
go in a bunker?
I want something fast.
I want something fast.
Right. And there you have it. Right? There he's like, "Oh yeah, I want something fast. Those holly trees, they're taking too long to grow. I'm going to be 6 feet under." I was sitting there and I was just like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm so uncomfortable. It makes me so uncomfortable. It really does." But your dad, he was so funny about it. No, they take too long. I don't want the kids in the yard.
I know, like they'd be coming into the yard. Like, oh, there's another yard space. Let me just jump in there. What?
And isn't that house a little below your parents' house?
Yeah, I think
Kinda
it is.
down?
Yeah, it's a tick lower, yeah.
I thought that was so
I was like,
funny.
wow.
That cracked me up. That's funny. Well, kids, guess what time it is? It's time for the final portion of Monday Night Family Dinner, also known as the technology update. Okay, so the one last thing from this particular night that I think is so funny is when you and Ron start talking about the watch. Do you remember that?
The Apple. Oh, right. Because he asks me, "Where'd you get it? How much is it?" Da, da, da. And I'm like, I don't know. I bought it a year ago. I don't know.
Okay, here we go. This is classic Juliet.
You have an Apple Watch?
Yeah,
Do? Which one?
this one.
Right here, this one.
I don't know which one this is. I don't know what they call it. It's called the Apple Watch when I bought it.
What model?
The cheaper version.
Is it an SE?
And
Is
he's
it a
trying to
4,
get it out of
5,
me.
6,
Like, I don't
7, 8?
know.
It's
There
this
was
one.
only a way you could know.
I know, I don't know. How do you tell? Does it tell me?
I'm assuming settings. How much was that one? That'll narrow it down.
I don't know.
Maybe almost 300, but not 300. I don't know.
$300
maybe. But
for
anyway,
a watch?
General.
The phone is like 700.
$300 for a watch?
It's like having my phone. It's a computer.
Yeah.
It's not just a
Oh,
phone.
I see.
Software update.
I thought it was just to give you the time.
Audio back.
It's very accurate time though.
Background.
It should be. It should be. Oh, Ron,
No.
the camera that you gave us. Okay, I've been taking pictures.
Here's the issue with technology.
Right.
So first, oh my gosh, $300 for a watch. Meanwhile, there are like watches, like regular watches that are thousands.
Sure.
Right?
Oh my God.
And there always
Yeah.
has been.
Yeah. Rolex watches.
So it
and
was very
Tag Heuer
funny
and all
that she just didn't, And two, tech wise, she doesn't know it, doesn't want to know it.
Does not wanna know.
Doesn't want to know, but then gets frustrated when so many things are going that way. And had she learned some of it, she'd be a little bit more tech savvy. But between the watch, the phone, and now the camera.
Oh my God, the
It was like
camera.
pulling teeth to get them to stop using cameras that had film. So then they went to digital cameras. And now digital cameras are going by the wayside too. I mean, no one...
Everybody uses their phone.
Right. That's what led us to this.
Right.
She's having trouble accessing her pictures that she has taken.
And she insists on using that camera because the Friday before, we had all gone to the air show on the base where Ron works, right?
Yep.
So that's nothing but photo opportunities there, basically. And there we are, your parents, me, and Aaron. We all went. There's your mother out at the air show with her little camera, her little
Blue camera.
blue camera, and she's taking pictures of everything. She hands the camera to Aaron and says, take pictures of us, of all of us. Take pictures of me and Ron in front of this plane. Take pictures. Take all these pictures. I love the pictures. I love the pictures so much. I love them. She loves to stand in front of that digital picture frame that Ron got for your parents. And she will stand there and just watch the pictures roll by. And of course, you have a little email address and you can email pictures from your phone directly to that picture frame. And when we went to England for my nephew's wedding, that's what we did.
Yeah.
We took pictures with our phones and emailed them directly to and she immediately they pop up on the
Right.
picture frame, and she thought it was the greatest thing in the world.
Right.
She understands the technology enough to know, oh, yeah, that's great. Now, what she wants is she wants the pictures off her camera, and she wants them to be on the picture frame,
Right.
right? Anyway, if you have elderly people in your life, they might really enjoy one of these picture frames.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but you got to have Wi-Fi to use it,
Yeah.
of course. So, first of all, Ron gave her that camera. So that automatically makes it like a holy camera. It's like a relic from the Pope, right?
Right.
Okay. So she loves that camera, and it's a tiny little bright blue camera, and it's just a little digital camera. It's nothing fancy.
Right.
So
Well, you get used to it. And I guess now, 10, 11 years later, then I guess that's a long amount of years
Well,
to be using.
so she started using it back when she was still a little bit more in the moment. And so she's been using it for so long, so many years, that she's comfortable with that little piece of technology. You know how it is. So she doesn't want to give it up.
Right.
Here's another interesting thing that came out of Monday Night Family Dinner. Your dad has asked me to help your mother renew her driver's license online.
Yeah, I think they just use it as her ID card.
Well, it's a valid driver's license.
She would never get in the back of the car. Or, nah.
Okay.
Even if we wanted to force her, no.
She'd never get back in the car. Okay. All right. So that takes us to the last moment of the evening that I think is pretty funny. And that is
Dessert. No.
whenever we're there for Monday night dinner, periodically it turns into the tech thing, right? It's a constant tech thing. We're there. And so if they've got 3 or 4 tech things saved up, they ask for it.
Right.
Right. And so about the time he asked me to go help him buy the plants on the computer, then it's like he doesn't give me everything all at once. He waits till I'm done with one task and gives me the next task, right?
Oh, by the way.
Yes. Hey, can you help with the DMV.
Right.
Right? Okay, I'll take care of it. Give me that little notice card. And then he looks at Ron and tells Ron that he's having trouble with the TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is the last part of the evening.
Not the TV, but Netflix in particular.
Right. Mm-hmm. But this fills me with absolute pure delight whenever your dad talks about Netflix.
Netflix.
So here we go.
Channel. You want to watch movies with
you know
singing
what?
and dancing,
No,
it's all on the Disney Channel.
You tried to put something in there, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't see the.
Hulu. I couldn't finish it. So
I don't have a.
Password.
No, the station, the other. Not
Disney.
We're
not
trying to
Disney. Netflix, yeah.
Netflix.
I don't have it.
Netflix.
Netflix.
Did you hit the button that says Netflix?
Yeah, I hit the button and this says it has to charge or recharge or something like that. I cannot see nothing in
I don't know.
it. And I think he was trying to put something on it.
Oh, I don't know.
And
I don't know. I'm in charge of ordering things on the computer. That's my job.
He says it one more time. It's funny.
I think you probably have to wait.
yeah, Netflix.
It says launching.
I cannot
launching Netflix.
I love it when he says
It's like
Netflix.
the blind leading the blind. 'cause
Right.
I have to say that I am not tech at all. And by tech, I'm saying even my Netflix updates. I'm like, what?
I know.
What's it say?
What's kind of
Click,
funny
click,
is
click, click, click.
what's kind of funny is we hassle them. We also on that dinner we set up another text group for your dad on his phone.
Yes,
Yes.
we did, because the weekend prior, he was texting an aunt who passed away, her son, then all of us. I was like, who's on this text? You know, hey, you guys coming for dinner on Sunday instead? I was like,
Be careful what you ask for.
I think we need to delete
Right.
that text and make a new one,
Right.
a new group one. So that's what we ended up doing. But I was like, what?
So here we are hassling them about technology. We're like, you guys need to be using the technology. And you're like, I don't know what that is.
No.
I don't know how that works. Maybe it just needs to be updated. I don't know. I don't know what Apple Watch this is. I got to bust your chops a little because it's funny. But it does fill me with delight whenever your dad says Netflix.
Yeah.
I love that so much. I love it. I do. Both of them when they're saying some of the words they say and the things, I just love it so much. It's just, it makes me so happy. And I know you're sitting over there like, don't say it like that. And I'm like, no, let him say it. I love it.
I'm like pre-wired. I mean, I've been correcting them all my life. Go, no, don't say that. Say this. You can't do it that way. You have to do it this way. How do you say? And you're like, you say this. Don't say that.
But I will say this. Your dad, usually it's the correct word and he's using it correctly. He's just mispronouncing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Your mom's a little different. Now, sometimes your dad gets off a little bit off kilter with things like appetizement. When he's trying to say advertisement and
Right.
it comes out appetizement, right? Or when he's saying like gypsy lube, right? I love that. When he's talking about Jiffy Lube and he says gypsy lube, hey, are you yawning over there? Yes,
no,
you are.
Just taking a deep breath.
I'm taking a deep breath that screams out for my pajamas. Which also, when your dad says pajamas, I love that.
Pajams.
I
And I
was feeling
only
my
hear that.
pajamas.
I hear that always around Christmas, because that's when the girls would put on their pajamas. I was like, what? You mean your PJs? I don't. Whatever. I'm like, okay.
Pajamas. All right, that's all I got for tonight. Listener, Al makes me laugh out loud with his jokes and directions. I also especially love it when he talks about Netflix. I think that might be my all-time favorite, or at least in the top 5, mispronunciations. He really is one of my favorite people, and I hope he's one of yours too. Now, we want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to Soul Dimensions and Ellie Penner, our friendly neighborhood podorthist. And she really is super friendly because she's originally from Canada. Oh, and dogs really like her. And listener, you know how we feel about dogs around here. I'm just saying. A bunch of us here at Everyday Macaroni get our shoes from Ellie at her store Soul Dimensions, and we just love her. So if you're in the Wake Forest area and you need some comfy new kicks, stop in and see Ellie and Jasper. They'll get you fixed right up. We'll put the link to her website in the description of this podcast episode, so make sure you check it out. And now, we're heading off on vacation. But don't worry, just like a bad case of indigestion after a rubber shrimp dinner, we'll be back. This has been an All Points Bulletin from Officer Big Mac, Chief of the Keystone Cops, advising you to be on lookout for Captain Crook and the Hamburglar, who are currently at large and on the run. Robble, robble. I hope you enjoyed listening and sharing a laugh or two with us. Stay tuned for more Everyday Macaroni adventures on future podcast episodes. And if you want to see some pictures of us, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching at Everyday Macaroni or hashtag Everyday Macaroni. And now you can also watch us on YouTube. Just search Everyday Macaroni and our new channel will pop up. If you want to shop for some fun macaroni merch, head over to everydaymacaroni.com. Don't forget, if you have a blended family story to share, email us at info@everydaymacaroni.com and put the word share in the subject line. You can also call us on our Macaroni Fun Phone at 919-729-2043. Your story might end up on a future episode, and how fun would that be? Super fun. Finally, don't forget to give us a good review and download your favorite episodes. A share would be nice too. The more interaction we get for the podcast, the more episodes we can post. Again, thanks for listening, and join us for the next episode of